That's me. I'm Cortez. I'm a contractor, boat captain, real estate investor, and house flipper. I want to show you how I bought a $1,000 house from Detroit Land Bank, did all the repairs myself, sold it for over $100,000, and how you can do the same. Now let's get to the part where I show you how I transformed this property into this property. First, let's check out the inside.
Little living room, kitchen area over here. Inside that box right there, furnace room, kitchen right here. First bedroom, closet. Second bedroom, furnace room. Third bedroom, little linen closet. This opening is the start to the bathroom. This the bathroom.
This house was surrounded by trees, overgrowth, and tons of pallets. They say when somebody give you lemons, make lemonade. So later I'm gonna show you what I did with the pallets. First, let's clean up the outside. I cut down that tree that was blocking the window view. Started cutting those trees down so I can install my doors. Cleared this brush on the other side of the house. Breaking this ground up. It's starting to look like something. It's starting to come together. I caught a real good deal on Marketplace for windows, so let me get those in. Now this is the front room. Second bedroom. And bathroom. And here's the view from the front. Now it's time to shop. I want to do as much as I can on the outside before the winter comes. You definitely need security doors and cameras. Next, I'm going to do the fascia, the soffits, and the gutters. The wood for the fascia on this side was rotted, so I replaced it. The fascia and the soffits provides insulation, ventilation, and protection of the woods. And it also provides curb appeal. The gutters divert rainwater from the house. Here's how it looks when it all comes together. Looks very clean, adds to the curb appeal. Remember when I told y'all about those pallets? Pallets are actually worth money, so I sold some. And as you can see here, I made the rest into furniture and used the remainder as firewood. So I made money off trash and added value. That's a win-win. Now I bought this house in the fall, so that was the main reason why I wanted to get the outside done first, because I was trying to beat the winter time. So now that winter is here, it gives me the opportunity to focus on the inside. So far it's coming along and it's looking good. For those of you who think you don't have the time, trust me, you do. At the time I started this house, I was a full-time student in boat school, plus I picked up a midnight shift to cover the cost of doing this house and going to school. I would go to school, then work, then go back to school, then go back to work. I would be doing my school work at work, and to top it off, I was a single father of two. Trust me, you can do it. By the time spring came, I bought up all the vacant land on one side of the house, and then I bought up all the vacant land on the other side of the house, literally giving me ownership of half the block. so much land I needed to ride it more. Plus you can camp on it. Now let's get off into the inside. I want to do electric, water, and gas. This house was stripped of all wires, electrical, and plumbing. So we literally got to start from scratch on everything. Electric done, now let's get to this plumbing. For my plumbing, I literally started with only this piece of nub sticking out the floor. From the outside to the inside, I got all my electrical done, all my plumbing, and all my gas. The first place we doing is the bathroom. You always want to start with the bathroom first so you have a place to use the facilities, to do your hygiene, and to wash up. The bathroom is done, so now I want to do some drywall, my kitchen, the laundry room, and the furnace room. So first we're going to do the drywall, then we're going to mud, then sand, then paint. Done with mud and sanding, now it's time for paint. I caught a great deal on some 5-gallon buckets of paint, so I used the variation of white and gray throughout the house. White ceilings, gray walls. Paint done, now I want to install my hot water tank and furnace. First, I'm going to start by building my plenum box from scratch. The lines make it rigid. Next, I'm going to cut my 6 holes for my ducts. So now I'm installing the plenum, the ductwork, and the exhaust vents for both the hot water tank and the furnace. Next, I'm going to clean up my wiring and make everything nice and neat. This house had no existing ductwork, so I literally had to cut holes and make my own. The holes was rough, but they came out looking good. Now let's get a view from up top where you can see all the ductwork, the wiring, electrical, and plumbing.
This the part that don't nobody get to see. I wired and plumbed this whole house. Just got through running the HVAC, all the ductwork up in here, all the wires, all the plumbing. Ran that. All the HVAC. Ran that. Ran that. Ran that. All HVAC. Ran that. Ran that. Look good. Look good. Ran all that. All up top. All up top. About a $20,000 job I did him by probably a day.
Now comes the moment of truth where we actually test the system out. What we're looking for is the red flame. Hey, that's a wrap. We done. Now let's see how this house turned out and get it on the market. Now this is the laundry room. I had quick connects for the washer and the dryer. Beautiful contemporary wash sink. Couple of shots from the kitchen view. Kitchen in the hallway. Living room. First bedroom done in all white. Hallway and closets. Second bedroom, white ceilings, gray walls. Third bedroom, white ceilings, 2 gray walls, 2 white walls. Beautiful, beautiful bathroom. Ceramic tiles in the shower, ceramic tiles on the floor. Beautiful. My real estate agent, Josh, and a couple more views from the outside. So this is how I took $1,000 land bank house and made over $100,000. And you can too. Take my class. Be blessed.